Now I'd like to welcome Michael Weinberg to present our next award in statewide leadership. Michael is representing the Thornburg Foundation. Michael?
Thank you, Mr. Donaldson.
Call me Sam.
Sam. Well, I wouldn't dare not call you Sam after that panel. So in the West, we've all heard the expression that whiskey's for drinking, but water's for fighting over. At the Thornburg Foundation, we've taken on some tough issues, we think, and tried pretty hard not to do it in a fighting kind of way. And tonight, I'm really honored to be able to present this award to someone who has taught all of us how to get right into the middle of some of the toughest conflicts and come out with peaceful agreements. Former state engineer John D.Antonio has brokered some of the most challenging water right agreements in American history. A native New Mexican, John managed water policy for three pretty distinctly different governors: Gary Johnson, Bill Richardson, and Susana Martinez. History will record three groundbreaking tribal settlements during those years. The first was the Amit settlement, which resolved the water rights of Nambe, Tesuque, Powaque, and San Ildefonso pueblos. Next came the Navajo Nation settlement of the San Juan Basin, which paved the way for a $1 billion infrastructure project. And finally, the Taos Pueblo settlement resolved water rights in northern New Mexico. John also helped negotiate the Colorado River Basin settlements, allowing for equalization of water from Lakes Powell and Meade with our neighbors, including Colorado, Arizona, and Utah. These settlements went beyond bipartisanship, requiring roll-up-your-sleeves collaboration across multiple tribal nations, different states, Congress, and more. Currently, John spearheads water and infrastructure projects for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and he chairs the implementation team for New Mexico First's statewide Water Town Hall. Thank you, John D'Antonio, for your courage in the face of conflict, strengthening our desert state's ability to thrive into the future.
Good evening, everybody. It's fitting, I think, that I followed David Abbey for 10 years as part of the executive office. I had to go in front of David and beg for money for water issues. And I can say David was truly a steward of New Mexico taxpayers' dollars. It's a great inspiration to all of us. I want to thank New Mexico First Town Hall for recognizing the importance of water and putting it on their agenda. New Mexico water is arguably the most important resource that we have within the state of New Mexico. My brother might disagree and say oil and gas is, but it's going to change at some point. You know, in New Mexico, mi casa es su casa, pero mi agua es mi agua. And it's that way. Diversity of water uses is paramount. You know, you've got the municipal uses, you've got the farmers everywhere, the senior water users and the Native Americans and the acequia users, you've got the environmental uses. Everybody is a stakeholder out there in water, and all that has to funnel through a process, and a bipartisan process that we call state government. We've got some very talented state reps and senators that we have to work with over the years, and really it's all about inclusive, collaborative solutions, about making really incremental progress is a lot of progress in the legislative bodies and how we do things. Just a little bit of a story, domestic well reform, one of the first years I was state engineer. What a battle, what gridlock did we have? We almost got a bill passed. It was on the last Saturday, right before noon, and we ran out of time, and I had no timeouts left to stop the clock, and it got filibustered. But the point is that the discussion, the stakeholders met, it formed the boundary conditions for what proved to be a very good law that was promulgated and rules and regulations that were promulgated, all in an open process. And that's part of government. It's good government. A bill doesn't necessarily have to pass, but what it does, it lays the foundation for really good rules and regulations that can be implemented. The New Mexico First process can greatly help in that regard. I'm really excited to be part of New Mexico First. We have another legislative session in which we can try to get some things done. I want to thank you all for the award. I'm really honored. I look forward to continue moving New Mexico forward and making New Mexico first in more things than we have now, obviously. And I would like to thank, so David Abbey, you know, he thanked his wife. I'd be remiss by not thanking my wife, who's my backbone and supporter of everything I do, and all the time that I volunteer, she's always there for me. So thank you very much. I really appreciate the honor.